Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your Chelsea live stream. Yes, and the start of a new weekly series on this channel where each week I'm going to talk about different football teams, etc. Now, I've reduced streaming on my main channel. Obviously, you would have saw the video earlier on in the week that I decided to cut back going live on my main channel because it's getting in the way of things I want to do. So that's why I've reduced streaming on my main channel, and I aim to do one live show a week on this channel. Over on my main channel, press conference reactions, emergency meetings, that is staying exactly the same. That isn't changing. I'll still be doing those, but like streaming every day, that I've reduced it now because I want to be doing other things, So I thought it'd be a good idea. While I've reduced streaming on my main channel, be a good idea to start a weekly stream on this channel. So, yep, I've decided tonight the first show is going to be Chelsea. So any football fans watching this, make sure you hit the subscribe button, as we have a couple of Chelsea fans in the building already, I can see. Big up to you, Downlight 14. How you doing, mate? And big up to you, Brian CFC. Bosh. Big up to you, mate. I hope you're well. I hope your day's going good. So, in tonight's show, literally, I'm going to talk about Chelsea, what my thoughts and opinions are with them, whether they've improved or whether I think they still need to work on certain areas. So, right, as you know, Chelsea Football Club, the last couple of years, have been in a bit spot of bother. They've gone from being a team who's won the Champions League to like a bang average mid-table team. But this season, they're not doing too badly, but they're yet to get all 3 points against a big team. So all these content creators going, oh, Chelsea back, Chelsea cooking this and that, get out of here. No, they are not cooking. It's nowhere near back to where it should be yet. Seagulls FC, like my club at Manchester United, we are nowhere near back to where we should be. Nowhere near back to the levels I want my football club to be at. Cold Palmer FC, we're cooking microwave meals. Yep, the PR happy meals, as Johnny Minerals would say. But yeah, if you haven't checked out my main channel yet, make sure you are subscribing to this channel, my main channel, because this evening I uploaded a Domino's Pizza review where I was reviewing the new Domino's Pizza festive menu. That's over on my main channel. You can find my main channel in the title to this video, and also the link to my F1 channel is in the description to this video. But big up to every single one of you live and locked in this evening. Now, literally in the early 2000s and that, around like about 2004 time, Roman Abramovich came in and he built a machine at Chelsea because Jose Mourinho, I believe it was in his first season, right, in his first spell, he won a league title. He won back-to-back league titles. But then Manchester United literally stopped Chelsea winning a hat-trick of titles. Sir Alex Ferguson denied Jose Mourinho a hat-trick of titles. But my goodness me, what a team that Chelsea team was. Didier Drogba, Frank Lampard, John Terry, proper leaders, yeah? These days, Chelsea have got no leaders whatsoever. There's no proper leader in that team. I mean, why on earth is Enzo Fernandez captain, yeah? Shall I tell you why he's captain? Pound notes. I will do anything for pound notes. Literally, all for PR. That's why Enzo Fernandez is captain. He should never be captain at Chelsea Football Club, because after what happened in like the Copa America, where Argentina did that dance and that racist gesture, I mean, there's no way he should be Chelsea captain. How on earth Chelsea made him captain? I have no fucking idea. I really don't. But there you go. It is what it is. And their goalkeeper, oh my goodness me, Sanchez, what on earth is he doing? He is absolutely useless. Let's get the narrative right here, yeah? Oh my goodness me. I mean, Chelsea defensively and their goalkeepers are absolutely abysmal at times. And these Chelsea fans are saying, oh, Chelsea are in the title race. Get the fuck out of here, man. No, they are not in the title race. You would never be in the title race if you cannot get all 3 points against your rivals. It's as simple as that. Yes, they've made a little bit of progress, but do I think there's a chance they could still finish outside the top 4? Yes. Especially if Cole Palmer gets injured. If Cole Palmer gets injured, yeah, literally, then Chelsea are done. It's as simple as that, because the reason why Chelsea are even in the hunt for the top 4 at the moment is because of Cole Palmer. It's as simple as that. Without him, this Chelsea team is absolutely knackered. I mean, it's just like the defence trying to play out from the back sometimes. It's like, I don't understand as a neutral what Enzo Maresca's logic is behind that, because they just do not have the players to play out from the back. And of course, that confuses Sanchez. I mean, he is absolutely abysmal. I've never known a goalkeeper like it. I mean, for Manchester United, right, last season, I thought Andre Onana was bad, but oh my goodness me, Sanchez is shit, honestly. We ain't in no fucking title race. Yeah, I agree with you, Brian CFC. Completely agree with you 100%. Put all their chips on undersized CM for England, laugh out loud. Clown Lake at Golden Boy, Enzo Fernandez. Yep, I agree. And why would you get Reece James the captain? Because he's always injured. I mean, I like Reece James, right? I've got a lot of time for Reece James, but unfortunately, he picks up a lot of injuries, doesn't he? Reece James' hamstring is made out of glass. It's time to go. And how can you be captain of Chelsea, then be injured? And it should be captain's someone's fit. Seagulls FC, Cold Palmer FC. Come on. There we go. Sanchez is League One at best. I agree. He is abysmal, isn't he, mate? Reece James is class, but I think he's got to drop away to class. Too much muscle. Yeah, I mean, how unfortunate is he? Now, I like Reece James. He's a damn good defender. Always giving it 100% he is. To me, he is proper Chelsea. Plays for the badge. And Lauren James for the women as well. She lands it for the women. So, Reece James and Lauren James, proper Chelsea. I mean, they care about Chelsea Football Club. These days, I mean, Jackson, Nicholas Jackson, I mean, do I think he's any good? I mean, he's not world class, is he? As some people like to say, slosh pot Jackson. To me, he's not good enough, Nicholas Jackson. He's not going to score you loads of goals in a season, is he? I mean, let's get the narrative right here. Pedro Neto, now, I think that's an outstanding signing. I really do, you know. Chelsea signing him from Wolves. I've been quite impressed with him so far, what I've seen of him. But Chelsea as a football club, do I think they've made any massive progress? I mean, going forward and that, yes, no doubts about it. In the midfield and up front, Chelsea look a lot more clinical, but defensively and goalkeeper nowhere near good enough still. So in some ways they've made progress, but they're nowhere near back to being at their best yet. So to all these content creators who are saying, oh, Chelsea cooking, Chelsea scary, this and that, you need the wooden spoon right up your backside, yeah? I mean, it's ridiculous, man. But we all know why they're doing, oh, Chelsea are cooking, this and that. It's all for PR. It's got the brown envelopes. I mean, there's too many brown envelopes in football these days, isn't there? I mean, let's get the narrative right here. So, and they know the football Terrence and all these other channels like to talk about Chelsea because they're getting paid for it. But, you know, I'm not a YouTuber who likes to twerk for rivals. I mean, I don't mind talking about rivals on the odd occasion, but to do it nearly every fucking day, get the fuck out of here, man. Seriously, I will never become one of their YouTubers because I rather talk about my own football club, Manchester United, you know, over on my main channel. But once a week on this channel, I am going live to talk about football clubs. Like next week, I think I'm going to talk about Real Madrid because they're in a bit of a spot of bother in this season. You know, they're not quite gelling this season with Mbappe, are they? And even Jude Bellingham is having a poor season. So yeah, I think we'll do Real Madrid next week. Now, obviously, I hope to do these on a Thursday evening. But if there's Europa League action, obviously, then I won't be doing them on a Thursday evening. Maybe on a Wednesday evening, a Tuesday evening. But either way, we will find a way around it, you know, talk about other teams each week. So if there's any football clubs you'd like me to talk about, why not put it down below in the live chat? Because I am open to talk about any football clubs because, you know, this is not just my channel. This is your guys' channel as well. I'm producing the content, but let me know if you have any requests, which football clubs you like me to talk about, and I will do it for you guys because as a neutral, I love talking about other football clubs. So, like I said, I'm not a YouTuber who likes twerking for rivals. I'm really not. I don't trust the sporting director at Chelsea. They need the stainless steel. Yeah, like Michael Chelsea FC's spoon. Have you seen that? Chelsea don't even have a sponsor for Chelsea shirts, and it's almost December. Yeah, I agree. It's almost December, and there's still no fucking sponsor on their shirt. I mean, what is that all about, man? Seriously. Oh my goodness sake. But on the pitch, I think they are in a bit of a better place this season, but nowhere near back to the levels I'd expect Chelsea to be. Because literally, as a Manchester United fan, you know, I miss the rivalry with Chelsea. I used to enjoy the rivalry with Chelsea, you know, both of us going for league titles. But these days, both of our football clubs are far from going for league titles. You know, we're literally been in the shits this last decade or so. And Chelsea, ever since Roman Abramovich is gone, they've been shambolic. Ever since, I mean, let's get the narrative right here. I mean, Pochettino, he did well to get Chelsea to the League Cup final last season, but they got absolutely battered by Liverpool's B team or C team. I mean, let's get the narrative right here. Totally embarrassed in that final. And if Liverpool took more chances, that could have been an absolute hammer in. Still certified Coldspire FC, my geese. We would see each other in the Champions knockout sides all the time. Yeah, we would, honestly. Both of our football clubs would, you know, meet up in the Champions League, which is obviously the biggest European competition in world football. And these days, my team this season are in the Europa League and Chelsea are in the Conference League. Now, do I think Chelsea have got a good chance winning the Conference League? Yes, I mean, come on, man. They have to win the Conference League. They should win that easily. But should a club like Chelsea be in the Conference League? No, they should be in the Champions League. Let's get the narrative right here. Same as Manchester United should be in the Champions League every season. But the reason why we aren't in the Champions League is because last season we were absolutely abysmal. But you won the trophy, Mr. Joshy J. And what? And what? Yeah? 8th place and a minus goal difference last season. Nowhere near sustainable for Manchester United's football club standards. And the way Chelsea are doing things now, as Johnny Minerals would say, Minerals FC, this isn't Chelsea, which I would agree with him. It's not Chelsea, and it would never be Chelsea. Like, these owners are completely destroyed Roman Abramovich's empire. I mean, let's get the narrative right here. Chelsea are in the absolute gutter because of their ownership. They don't have a clue how to run the football club. I mean, let's get the narrative right here, people. Yeah, they have no fucking idea how to run the football club. I mean, my goodness me, it's absolutely unbelievable. I mean, they did away with Roman Abramovich's empire. They sold most of their top players, these owners, and bought in a lot of under 23 players. I mean, that's never going to make you successful as a football club, because I mentioned this plenty of times on my Manchester United videos. To be successful in elite sports, yeah, you need the right balance, the right structure, the right culture to be successful. If you just have under 23 players, you will not be successful. If you just have the players with experience, you will not be successful. You need a mixture of experience and younger generation players to be successful. Then, like, the younger generation players can learn off of the experienced players. It's like if you had a team of just under 23s and experience, like what I was just saying, you would get found out. Each week, all these teams, they would figure out your system, and unfortunately, you will be nowhere near successful. Because, let's get it right, the Premier League is a tough league. And all these teams I've seen this season trying to play out from the back. I mean, I don't get that. I really don't understand the common logic in it. I really don't, playing out from the back. Because surely it's better to go forwards than playing out from the back. Because if you're playing out from the back, yeah, you're risking conceding more goals. And that could put you into big trouble. I mean, let's get the narrative right here, yeah, people. If Chelsea doesn't get top 4, I'll be blaming the sourcing director, and that what Eunice is doing. Oh, big up to Eunice, yeah. And my thoughts go out to Eunice because sadly this week he lost a family member, so my thoughts do go out to Eunice. Proper Chelsea is. Eunice talks football. What a great guy he is, honestly. Eunice talks football. Go and show him some love, yeah? Eunice talks football. So look. Eunice talks football. Here we go. Of course, like, I'm on my football channel, so of course on my main channel I am subscribed to him, but there he is, look. Eunice talks football. Yep, proper Chelsea is. And another one is proper Chelsea, but who is unfortunately being made an easy target these days for talking the truth. Minerals FC. Johnny Minerals. There he is. Minerals FC, who absolutely lands the minerals on his football club. But yet these brown envelopes, yeah, are trying to get him cancelled. So he's like, oh, fuck this. I'm going to be streaming on Rumble. Because who can blame him? Because, YouTube can be like assholes sometimes. I mean, let's get the narrative right here, yeah? So Minerals FC streaming on Rumble, go for it, mate. I don't blame you because, YouTube are trying to mess you around, yeah? And obviously, quite a few people are proper Chelsea. Michael.Chelsea FC, who is now renamed his channel Michael.Chelsea FC Footy F1 MotoGP. That's nice. Yeah, there's Michael's channel there. So make sure you subscribe to him as well, people. Yep. Did you watch Eunice's video when he cooks a sporting director last season? Not 100% sure. I might have done, but I can't quite remember. But obviously, a lot of Chelsea fan channels and that literally talk so much PR bollocks. I mean, there are so many I find so annoying on YouTube, like Rory talks football or Henry talks bollocks, all these YouTubers twerking for rivals. It's like, oh my goodness, yeah, stop twerking for rivals, yeah? Why don't you concentrate on your own football clubs? It's like, dear me, you're doing a video talking about Chelsea, Mr. Joshy J. And what? And what? Yeah? Literally, I need to talk about rivals on the odd occasion. So there's a difference between doing it on the odd occasion and talking about rivals each day. I mean, let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? Let's fucking have it right. But big up to every single one of you who's like and locks in this evening. Much appreciated. Yep, I just showed your channel, mate. Literally, just before you come on, I showed your YouTube channel. They are, look, they are, mate. Yeah, I'm liking it, mate. The new channel name. Big up Mr. Joshy J, my name, and Conquer Michael Schumacher's legendary Ferrari helmet geezer. Yep. So basically, Michael.Chelsea FC Footy F1 MotoGP. As you've just joined, basically, I've been talking about how I think you've made progress and what areas you need to improve in that. No doubt about it. Like the attack and midfield and that has improved a lot, but the defence and your goalkeepers are absolutely abysmal still. And this is why, all these fans thinking, oh, Chelsea's in the title race, this and that. Get out of here, man. No, they are not, because they haven't beaten any of their rivals so far in this season. Have they beat Man City? No. Have they beaten Arsenal? No. Have they beaten Manchester United? No. Well, Manchester United and Chelsea isn't so much of a rivalry these days because both teams at times are bang average. I mean, let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? But have they beaten Liverpool? No, they haven't. So all these content creators thinking that Chelsea are scary, back this and that, they all need the wooden spoon because they're nowhere near back in business yet. Same as my football club is nowhere back in business yet. I mean, let's get the narrative right here, people. And all these Chelsea fans who make out they're Chelsea fans literally like to talk about Arsenal and that. It's like, why? Why do you want to talk about Arsenal if you're a Chelsea fan? I know what it is, yeah? Brown envelopes. That's what it is. They make out they're proper Chelsea and they're nowhere near proper Chelsea, where obviously Minerals FC, Eunice Talks Football, Michael.Chelsea FC Footy F1 MotoGP, proper Chelsea. Them people are proper Chelsea. Rory Jennings and that, and Chelsea fan TV? No, they are not proper Chelsea. The reason why they do need videos is because of brown envelopes. They're getting paid by the brown envelopes. I mean, let's get the narrative right here. We need a goalkeeper, 2 central defenders, a right back, another DM, and a striker too. I agree, because Nicholas Jackson isn't going to score you enough goals. Not that I really rate him anyway, because I don't. I think he's playing average, to be honest. 4th is a progress to Chelsea in Mars as first season, because Poch left them in 7th last season. Maresca. Yeah, I think that's what you meant to say, wasn't it? Michael, should Chelsea sell Reece James? His hamstring is made out of glass and he is injured again. I mean, in my personal opinion, Reece James is a good player, but maybe it is time to move him on if he's having a lot of injuries. But he's always getting it 100%. I mean, Thiago Silva, he was getting it 100%, but he was forced out the door, wasn't he, by the ownership? What an absolute disgrace that was. I couldn't believe it, even though I'm a Manchester United fan. Forcing Thiago Silva out the door just because of his missus spoke on social media and that. What are we doing here? Seriously. Growing up, right, watching Chelsea and Manchester United compete for everything, for me, was absolutely amazing. But these days, it's like Manchester United are unpredictable and Chelsea are unpredictable as well. 2 football clubs who were once great and that, are not so great these days. I think Reece James and Luke Shaw must have the same doctor. Yeah. Look at Luke Shaw for Manchester United. We haven't seen him since the Euros. It's ridiculous, mate, honestly. The club was top under Roman. There is no fucking decline like the Melts want to believe in their own minds. It's laughable, Michael, isn't it? I've been listening to these other YouTubers, and they thought when Roman Abramovich was the owner and that, he was part of the issue. No, he's a proper owner who cared about the football club, who invested in so many elite players, unlike the ownership now, who did away with all that and started bringing in this metric system based on AI data and that. What the fuck, man? Copying like you do in American football and baseball, this and that. It's get out of here. If my club, Manchester United, ever did that, I would be seething at the highest level, honestly, because it's nowhere near sustainable. And if you think an under-23 model is going to work, you're absolutely deluded. It's as simple as that, because that's never going to work, is it? Abramovich just forced to sell. Yes, he was. That's the unfortunate reason. Because, what's going on and that in Ukraine, he was forced to sell because, obviously, the people in number 10 sanctioned the football club. So he had no choice to sell because literally all his money was sanctioned and he's yet to be paid back that money. What are we doing here? Seriously. Why is Roman Abramovich not being paid his money, man? It's a disgrace. But why do you care? You're a Man United fan, Mr. Joshy J. Because I'm not biased, okay? When I talk about other football clubs, I see myself as a very, very fair fan. And Roman Abramovich not getting that money he deserves is wrong at the highest level. Honestly, it is shocking. It's abysmal. It's nowhere near good enough at the end of the day. And Chelsea, if, say, another thing, right, is the ownership has literally been at war. You got Iqbali and Todd Bowley wanting to buy each other out. It's like Todd Bowley wanted to carry on with Roman Abramovich's system, right? Literally on bringing in experienced players and having a mixture of kids. But, Iqbali wanted to scrap that system and have literally an under 23 model. I mean, what? Seriously, what is going on? Roman had nothing to do with a war whatsoever. His grandparents are Ukrainian. The UK government tried to force him out for years. Yep, I agree with you, mate. I want this Saudi media ownership, and that was my first choice. Yeah, I mean, look at Newcastle United. They got Saudi Arabia ownership, haven't they? So there's no reason why Chelsea couldn't have Saudi Arabia ownership. But the owners they got now, oh my goodness sake. I mean, whatever owner you have, I think you're in big trouble, to be honest. I think it's looking wrong for peak for your football club. I'm not going to lie. I mean, if you had to choose, which one would you rather have? My opinion, as a neutral, I think Chelsea should have gone for Todd Bowley as the owner, because I believe he would have carried on with like Roman Abramovich's system. But I get why Chelsea fans want both of them out. Clear Lake Capital out and Todd Bowley out. Oh, good evening to you, Hayden Cox. How are you doing this evening, mate? Thank you for joining me this evening. So basically, mate, this is starting my weekly series where each week I'm going to talk about different football clubs. You're right. I've been saying there is too many people making decisions since the new ownership. Yeah, it's like there's no proper leadership out on the pitch, and there's no proper leadership off the pitch, is there? So it's looking like a bit of a sticky situation for Chelsea in a moment. I'm not going to lie. But, do I believe they could get back into the levels they were under Roman Abramovich? Yes, but they have to get it right. It's as simple as that. But I believe they are a long, long way off yet from getting back to anywhere near being an elite football club. The reason why they find themselves in the top 4 position this season is because of Cole Palmer. If he gets injured, then probably Chelsea will only finish about, 8th or 9th or something like that. I mean, let's get the narrative right here. But Hayden Cox, what did you do last night? Oh my goodness me, mate. You're a nightmare, mate, honestly. Why did you not got the Qatar ownership? Tony Liar, as my grandma always said, geezer. Oh, that's interesting. But, anyway, it's like Chelsea, right? Every year, by their elite standards and proper Chelsea, who's won 2 Champions Leagues, all them Premier League titles, they should be in the title race every season. But they're not in the title race because their ownership. I mean, it's a disgrace, isn't it? I mean, so you're thinking, wow, as a football fan who supports another team, that I am being very kind about my opinions and that, because as a neutral in that, I like to give a fair opinion on what I think about a football club, whether you're a rival or not. I will always give my honest opinion. And I believe, whilst they're slowly making slight progress, it's like, have we seen massive progress? No, I don't think so. And I'm pretty sure many, many Chelsea fans would agree with me on this one. There's been no progress to me, hardly any whatsoever. Only maybe baby steps. It's as simple as that. when you have players like Didier Drogba, Frank Lampard, John Terry, Ballack, proper leaders, that's when Chelsea were in their prime. But they're not in their prime these days because the ownership messed them around. It's as simple as that. And it's nowhere near sustainable. Right, let's take my watch off. I'm going to just take my smartwatch off and put it on charge. Because it needs charging up, it's on 14%. Not good to that. I want the ownership to sell up. Yeah, and that's the only way I think you're going to be successful again, mate, is your ownership sell up. I'm not looking forward to next summer transfer window. Next summer, they will sign more kids and no more experienced players. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Apologies for that. You just heard that. But yeah, hang on 2 seconds. I'm just going to plug in my smartwatch. Just need to grab the charger. I'll put you on loop for a second. Oh, don't want my phone to start slipping. I'll be back. Just give me a few moments. There we go. Put my phone on. Well, not my phone, my watch on charge, my Samsung smartwatch. Roman never had any connection whatsoever. What about FIFA? They had more connection with. Yeah, just where it was the 2018 World Cup again. Yes, exactly right. I agree with you, mate. 100% agree with you. Michael Chelsea FC. So why was he sanctioned in the first place? It just goes to show how corrupt, our government is sometimes, isn't it? I mean, let's get the narrative right here. Why was he punished in the first place? I mean, if he wasn't sanctioned, this and that, it's like literally you could have still had him as owner right now, but because he got sanctioned, he had to sell up, didn't he? Which it's wrong. It's not right. But why do you care, Mr. Joshy J? Because I do, okay? I may not support these football clubs, but when they're being mistreated and that, I am 100% on their side, It's like, as a football fan, if I believe a football club is being unfairly treated, I will come out and admit it. And you've seen what's happening. Chelsea clearly been mistreated. It's as simple as that at the end of the day. But oh my goodness me. Like, wow, unbelievable. 90 Premier League games in 45 days until March. I mean, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Same, isn't it, mate? But at least there's no more international break now. The only thing I enjoyed about the international break, right, was obviously Brazil, watching Brazil in the World Cup qualifiers. That is what I enjoyed most about the international break. Did I care about England in the Nations League? No, I didn't, because the Nations League is overrated. Roman has got Portuguese and Israel citizenship. He hadn't even been for years anyway. It's a disgrace. I agree with you. 100% agree with you, Michael. I think Chelsea wasted £1 billion, sorry. We signed only one good player like Cole Palmer, and Caicedo Neto. Now, obviously, last season, Caicedo was struggling, right? But this season, he's looked a lot better. I think this season he is finally gelling. You're finally starting to see the sort of player what Chelsea paid that money for. Now that 105 million, would I say he's worth 105 million? Nowhere near worth 105 million. I think more like 60 to 70 million, but 105 million, no way. Absolutely no way. I remember Liverpool were in the hunt to sign him, but he chose to go to Chelsea because Chelsea, I believe, they outbid Liverpool, didn't they? But yeah, he's definitely improved this season. And, you know, they got some good defenders. I mean, Gusto, he's a good defender. I rate him quite highly. Madueke, would I say he's world class? No, I don't think he's world class, but he's decent. Like Jackson, like I said earlier on, I don't really rate Nicholas Jackson. I don't think he's good enough, to be honest. Strange how Anwar is fine with North Korea and Afghanistan playing international football. You can't make it up. Yeah, I know, mate. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy, isn't it? I mean, wow. Absolutely unbelievable. But the way Chelsea Football Club are being run now, you know, this is not Chelsea, and it will never be Chelsea, yeah? Let's get the narrative right here. Until these ownerships go or sort themselves out, it's like Chelsea, unfortunately, will never get back to the levels like what they were before. I mean, they've won 2 Champions Leagues. Arsenal won no Champions Leagues. So that's one thing Chelsea got over Arsenal. That's why Chelsea fans hold up that banner. We see things they never see. And I 100% agree with that. Yeah. But, yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I was just about to get on to him. And Cuckoo, he's decent, but would I say he's world class? No. I don't think he's the sort of player what's going to win you a Premier League title or a major competition. But he's not the worst player in the world, but he's not outstanding. So really, he's in the middle bracket for me. But, you know, think when they had Didier Drogba, how many goals he scored. I mean, Diego Costa, he was very controversial, Diego Costa. I mean, let's get the narrative right here. But he showed passion, he showed hunger for that Chelsea badge. He was always giving it 100%, Diego Costa. Like I said, he was very controversial, but yeah, at times I enjoyed watching him, I gotta admit. The only time I didn't enjoy watching him was when he was rolling around on the floor, pretending to be injured, and that's the only time I didn't really like Diego Costa. But any other time, I thought, yeah, what a player he was. When they sacked Tuchel and got Potter, was a big mistake. First year, the ownership. It's because obviously Thomas Tuchel didn't agree with what your ownership was doing. So he thought, right, fuck this, I'm out of here faster before you say but. So he left, and then obviously the owners went for Graham Potter. I mean, what a disastrous appointment that was. Are you enjoying watching Tulisa in the jungle so far, Geezer? Yeah, I am. I got to admit, I am. She's doing a decent job. But, you know, it's like when I seen Chelsea play football, used to be high pressing, high flowing football. These days, you don't get any of that, do you? You know, watching Chelsea as a neutral, I used to really enjoy it. I felt entertained and that. But these days, they more like play out from the back and that. And it's like, why do they play out from the back? Why can't they be like what they used to be, high flowing attacking football? Or what they would do sometimes is park the bus and try and get teams on their counter attack. I actually think sometimes that's the best way to go. Sometimes is be a little bit pragmatic and try and get teams on the counter attack. I mean, look how many times that works under Jose Mourinho. He was a genius at it, where he put 10 at the back and then out of nowhere, counter attack, and Chelsea go and score another goal on the counter attack. I mean, that is what you call an elite manager, yeah? Jose Mourinho, Thomas Tuchel, Carlo Ancelotti. Now, Carlo Ancelotti, I did like Carlo Ancelotti. I thought he's a fantastic manager. Won the Premier League title, won an FA Cup, I believe. Did he win an FA Cup? I think so. But he definitely won the Premier League title. And obviously, Roman Abramovich literally sacked Carlo Ancelotti because Chelsea missed out on the title to Manchester United. That is how ruthless Roman Abramovich was. Now, as a neutral, would I say Don Carlo Ancelotti's sacking was harsh? I thought it was very harsh, but it's like back then, Chelsea's elite standards, yeah? This is why he had to go, to be honest, because Roman Abramovich knew that finishing second to Sir Alex Ferguson that season was nowhere near as sustainable by Chelsea Football Club standards. And look at Roberto Di Matteo, won the Champions League, and what happened a few months later? Sacks. Because Abramovich had the elite mentality, yeah? He didn't show any mediocre at Chelsea Football Club. I mean, let's get the narrative right here. Tuchel being forced out at Chelsea is a disgrace. The ones who force them out are the same ones they are wetting themselves off on him being in the England job. Absolute farce. I agree. 100% agree with you, Michael Chelsea FC, mate. Well, it's now Michael Chelsea FC Footy F1 MotoGP. I need to get used to saying that now. I'm not blaming Enzo Maresca. If things go wrong, I'll be blaming the sporting director. Seems like I'll be blaming Ineos, right? If it all goes wrong for Ruben Amorim at Manchester United, I'll be pointing the finger at Ineos. But, would I call out Ruben Amorim if he gets things wrong? Of course I will. Because if I didn't call out Ruben Amorim when I called out, Erik ten Hag, it would make me sound a hypocrite, wouldn't it? So it's like I would definitely be calling out Ruben Amorim if he got things wrong. But would I be Ruben Amorim now? No. I want to get behind him. I want to back him. If it goes wrong for him, then it's on the ownership, isn't it? I mean, let's get the narrative right here. It's like Enzo Maresca, yes, he's doing okay so far, but if it goes south for him, then it's on the ownership, isn't it, at Chelsea? I mean, let's get the narrative right here. But yeah, Thomas Tuchel being forced out of Chelsea was a disgrace. And what was a disgrace as well? Oh yeah, getting rid of the best female manager ever, who's like the equivalent to Sir Alex Ferguson in English football, Emma Hayes. I mean, that's an absolute disgrace, honestly. But the new manager they got in, Sonia, she's landed the minerals, isn't she? And Man United women and Chelsea women next. I mean, unfortunately, Man United women, I think, are up against it without Ella Toon. I really do. But I hope we get a go. I really do. Got nothing to lose. I mean, if it means we lose about 2-0, 3-0 attacking in that, then so be it. But, our women's team had a decent start to the season this year. It wouldn't let me have another account because I need more than one phone number. YouTube and their rules, jokers. I mean, what the fuck, mate? That's shocking, mate. Honestly, nowhere near sustainable that. But YouTube for you, they are fucking up so many things these days. I mean, look at the Minerals FC. I mean, oh my goodness me. The amount of people trying to get that guy cancelled. I mean, what an absolute disgrace. But has it worked? Has it? Fuck. Because he's still standing, Johnny Minerals. He's still here, landing it on YouTube and over a Rumble as well. So all these brown envelopes trying to take down Johnny Minerals, Minerals FC, you will not win. You will not succeed, yeah? Because you're trying to cancel him, but he's having none of it because he's still standing. Minerals FC, proper Chelsea, always lands the Minerals, calls out the ownership, this and that. And he got it right about the ownership. He knew that these owners would be nowhere near good enough at the end of the day. So big up to the Minerals FC. Big up to Eunice as well. Eunice talks football. And Stevie G as well. Proper Chelsea is Steve G. I see him in Michael's chat and on Minerals FC. I mean, he's like an older generation fan, Steve G. I mean, what a guy, man, honestly. I watched the show he did with Minerals FC. And as a Manchester United fan, watching as a neutral, I mean, that was absolutely amazing show they both did. As you said, Josh CJ, YouTube is owned by Google, American companies. Hopefully that will change once Trump in office in January. Michael, who will you be blaming? Is this appointment go wrong at Chelsea? I mean, Anto Maresca, is he elite? No, but he was picked as manager because I believe he was the cheap option. Now, I thought last season under Pochettino, they were slowly getting back into a good place in Chelsea. But I think he resigned or he was sacked because he called out the ownership at Pochettino. Would I say Pochettino is world class? No. Would I say he's better than Enzo Maresca? Yes, 100% Pochettino is better than Enzo Maresca. There's a time I wanted Pochettino at Manchester United, but we never went for him because we went for Erik ten Hag, and then we went for, well, first of all, we went for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and then we went for Erik ten Hag. Yes, he is. Steve G. Minerals, of course, a subscriber on my channel. We follow each other on Twitter as well. Top guy. He is, honestly. I have a lot of time for him, man. I really do. What a guy. And, you know, it's like Jez, the Arsenal history and more. Arsenal since 1967, I believe. I mean, he's been supporting Arsenal for years, so it's great to see the older generation. But I feel sorry for, like, the older generation because they're trying to teach, like, the younger generation some tips and that, but the younger generation just seem to fall for PR, don't they? This and that. So, yeah. But I do like listening to a couple of older generation fans. I really do. I think they're an inspiration. You know, Steve G, Jez, the Arsenal history, and more. It's great that they're on here. It really is. And I guess some fans take note, but unfortunately, a lot of the times, this older generation is fighting a losing battle because of social media and that. Where I was born before social media, yeah? So this is why I don't go along with trust the process or anything like that, because I know it's a load of PR bollocks. Oh, give it time, trust the process, back the process, this and that. Get the fuck out of here, man. Seriously, I will never go along with that shit because you can try and make me believe in PR all you like, but you will not win because I will always call out the PR because I fucking hate PR. Let's get the narrative right here. How many times have I called out the PR bollocks at Manchester United on my main channel? Loads and loads of times, because I do not accept mediocrity at my football club. Seems like Johnny Mimrall, Steve G, Michael Chelsea FC, Footy F1 MotoGP, Brian CFC, they do not accept mediocrity at Chelsea Football Club. It's as simple as that in the end of the day. I got the truth when I rattled Clown Lake Lewis G on Twitter. Utter Ronan, not to mention his weird handouts obsession. Why do a 13-minute video on somebody you hate or you claim to be hate wronger? Yeah, it's crazy, mate. Absolutely crazy. But big up to every single one of you who's been live and locked in this evening. Much appreciated. I will be back next week. And for weekly football chat 2, I'm going to be talking about Real Madrid next week. So make sure you stay tuned to that. It will be around the same time, about 10:15 p.m. barring there's no Europa League football. If there's Europa League football, then it will be a different day, obviously. If Lucy hates Havertz so much, why does he have a poster of him? Yeah, exactly. If Chelsea keeps missing out on Champions League football, our best players will leave, like Cole Palmer. I agree with you. But anyway, big up to every single one of you who's watched this evening. Like I said, I'll be back next week doing a Real Madrid video. Thank you all.